Minnesota Vikings are obviously looking for some offensive line help. And what if I told you there was this left tackle prospect that was perfectly suited for the outside zone scheme and is conceivably going to be available at 25, and they're not going to do much better than one Joshua Jerome Triple J from the University of Houston. So let's talk about the former Cougar today. Background on him: 6'5", 319-pound redshirt senior, was a three-star recruit out of Richmond, Texas, and was a big piece of now Longhorn coach Tom Herman's first recruiting class at Houston back in 2015. Back in the day, flipped him. Was originally committed to Oklahoma State, and Mike Gundy was like, "Hey, I'm a man. I'm 40." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go with Tom Herman. Ooh, let me see your grills." Redshirt as a freshman and then started all 13 games as a redshirt freshman the following season. As a 4-year starter for the Cougars at left tackle, named American Athletic Conference second team as a senior. All ACK second team. He was also PFF's second graded tackle last season at a 93.2 grade, ahead of Andrew Thomas. Could be the first tackle off the board. Probably should be, as well as workout wonder Mekhi Becton, as well as Tristan Wirfs, as well as Jedrick Wills. PFF has Josh Jones above all of them. Currently, PFF's number 14 prospect on their big board and number 3 tackle, only trailing Andrew Thomas as well as Jedrick Wills. And overall impressed of what you saw him at Houston. And then he went down to the Senior Bowl. I was like, okay, come from Houston, outside of the Power 5 conferences, whatever, but also when he was up against top tier competition, both in college and then especially at the Senior Bowl, you can make a good case that he was the best tackle down in Mobile, where he came in one-on-ones as well as in practices and in the games overall. Looked really impressive. Rolled up to the combine and put up intriguing numbers. So arm length at 33 and 7/8, 56 percentile. That's just below the threshold of generally where you want your tackle's arm length to be. But again, like we said, we're not an arm length snob. 40-yard dash is a 5.27, but also importantly, the broad jump at 109 inches in the 85th percentile, showing some short area explosiveness. And now the first thing that you're going to notice about him is his frame. Like, he is long and lanky, does have room to put on some weight. He's very much like Andre Dillard coming out of Washington State last year. And also, he is a bit of an older prospect, like Dillard was. I believe Dillard was a redshirt senior as well, as Jones will turn 23 in June. So that's something to take of note. But also, just looking at his frame, he can add strength, which, again, that's something that we've talked about ad nauseum on some of these videos. What's the easiest thing to do in the NFL? Add strength. Like, you can't get taller, you can't get longer, generally you can't get faster or quicker. But if you get into an NFL nutritional program and an NFL strength program, all of a sudden you can rack up some man-sized strength. Look at Brian O'Neill and a 6,000 calorie day diet. What's going on? So I'll take the guy, the quick guy who's less strong over a strong guy who's less quick any day, if that makes sense. And speaking of Brian O'Neill, he does sort of remind you of Brian O'Neill when he came out of Pitt 2 years ago. Former basketball star like O'Neill, a lot of room to fill out. And also, you just love the athleticism. He's like athletic freak. And if they did bring in Jones, opposite of O'Neill, the Vikings would have the most athletic tackle duo in the league. And of course, there are some technique flaws that you see coming in, but O'Neill showed how quickly you can right them. As well as, a lot of people, myself included, thought that O'Neill probably should have been at least a redshirt project and probably not see the field until year 2. But then when he took over as a rookie, has been gangbusters. And then year 2, quickly ascending to become one of the better right tackles in the league. So with Josh Jones, you see a lot of similar traits, and he should be available there at 25, even if the Vikings don't get their pick of the litter at left tackle. And here's what you can do. You can cut Reef. You can move him to left guard for a year. I don't think you can necessarily put Jones down at guard. He's different than Becton or Wills or Wirfs. I don't think that he would necessarily succeed even just for 1 year down inside. So I think if you are going to draft Josh Jones, he has to be your starting left tackle from day one. And I think he would be Rick Dennison's dream. You have this fully athletic, fully scheme fit project that you can mold into a premier left tackle. Also, he's very coachable. Go back and look at scouting reports after his junior year. Not so good as opposed to now. So in 1 year under new head coach Dana Holgerson, formerly West Virginia, and also new offensive line coach Brandon Jones, he really stepped up his game in his redshirt season. So I'm really fired up. The more I scratch this kid's lotto ticket, I think that he may be a diamond in the rough, and the Vikings, if he's there, should certainly look to take a chance on him. But your thoughts? Josh Jones out of Houston, coming in to be the Vikings' future left tackle. franchise left tackle, whatever. Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. But give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time, Skull, production value.